As you know, the European Bauhaus goes beyond renovating buildings. Its goal is to change the way we see cities. Therefore, in order to ensure that the transformation is real, it seeks to respond to the real needs of citizens. And the only way to do this is to involve communities. Uh, with this idea in mind, like Bauhausing Europe was born, a project coordinated by EuroVértice and co-financed by the CLIDE program. Its goal is to reimagine and rehabilitate both iconic public beauty and public space, not as an alien kitchen, but as a driver of community change. Bauhausing is also the name of the methodology we have developed for this purpose. It is an open, participatory, and structured way of working that seeks to involve as many stakeholders as possible from the beginning of the change process to the future management of the future spaces. Bauhausing is also okay. To test its effectiveness, we are developing this methodology in 5 different locations, from the Egio neighbourhood in Budapest to small municipalities such as Plaka in Spain or Adani in Latvia. There are urban and rural contexts in both northern and southern Europe. This diversity has allowed us to verify something important. With minor adaptation to each local context, the methodology works. And the key is to devote significant efforts to promoting real participation and working from a solid technical foundation. The first step in this picture is to create a local working group in this municipality, but to do this properly and ensure that it is a true model of co-government, a solid mapping of social actors must be carried out. The idea is to choose a representative sample from the whole society to work alongside the technical staff of the administrations. In the project, this working group was decided reviving 5 public building spaces with symbolic value for the communities. Through participatory workshops, citizens define what they eat, but also what they aspire to. Through design thinking, real and potential users were identified, participants put themselves in their shoes to define their specific needs, inclusive and sustainable uses were considered. The result was completed with online surveys. One of the discoveries of this process has been that, despite significant cultural differences, the proposal and needs expressed have been very similar. Citizens are asking for flexible, accessible, comfortable, and sustainable spaces. In fact, this is right in line with the new European Bauhaus. From there, the challenge was to turn ideas into real project, that is, to viable architectural proposal. At Bauhausing, this is only possible if the proposals are aligned with energy efficiency and the values of the new European Bauhaus, with a special emphasis on innovative proposals. To this end, we created technical panels which, based on proposals from citizens, decide the rules for architectural ideas competitions, and did it so in a co-creation workshop. A multidisciplinary panel following the working principles of the European Bauhaus. We were looking for both solutions with identity. The criteria included creativity and innovation, while adopting measures related to accessibility, energy efficiency, and circularity. The idea was not possible to be, but to be better and be for all members of the community. In turn, as could not be otherwise, the duties were multidisciplinary, or rather take work beyond disciplines, including not only architecture, engineering, and art, but also representatives from the administration and neighbors. 26 proposals were submitted, and the 5 winners were presented to the public who would propose adjustments. One of the most innovative elements of the project and methodology is public procurement. The tender did not prioritize price alone, but also evaluated the alignment of the work to be carried out with the values of the European Bauhaus and the integration of citizen proposals. But as we have said, the Bauhausing methodology and the Bauhausing Europe project don't stop at renovating buildings. The goal is to transform neighbourhoods That's why we also intervene in public space to turn that into places where people can reconnect and change their attitudes. That's why we have created edible forests, street furniture made from reduced material, and urban gardens, among other initiatives. In total, more than 22,000 square meters helping redesigning with circular approach that is open to the community. And in addition, the project aims to trace and sustainability-related skills demanded by the citizens themselves. In total, more than 700 people have participated in workshops like this on creative recycling, circular booking, and energy saving, among many others. They have shown us that when the community is part of the decision-making process, the community responds. We have also learned some lessons. The lab approach requires disciplinary teams, including teams trained in social science who work with the population. We did both facilitators. Furthermore, the involvement of opinion leaders and decision makers is key for the to success. In other words, participatory process can be implemented to take action in neighborhoods or other participation improve projects. Residents and administration can and should support together, and it is possible to introduce innovative features into public projects. In conclusion, in a context of a climate and social crisis, we need new ways of acting. Like Bauhausing Europe and the Bauhausing methodology demonstrate that it is possible to transform neighborhoods through participation, creativity, and more conscious public procurement. The new European Bauhaus theory, it is practice. Okay, thank you.